Thank you. Meantime, President Bush calls the disclosure of a secret terror financing surveillance program disgraceful. House Republicans are outraged by the media's actions, too. They are introducing a resolution to condemn the New York Times and other papers for publishing this classified information on classified operations. Pat Roberts, chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, also asked the nation's intelligence czar to make an official assessment of the damage done by the reports. We're joined now by Republican Georgia Congressman Jack Kingston, Vice Chair of the House Republican Conference. So this resolution condemning these papers for this disclosures, is that going to pass?
John, I think it will. I think that people are really fed up with folks deciding that they can, I guess it's one thing to mix your criticism with the president, with your war position, but it's another thing to mix your hatred of George Bush with putting people's lives at risk, and that's the case here. The New York Times, that doesn't agree with Bush's foreign policy, has gone way over the line and disclosed something that's of use to terrorists now. They know how we were tracking them and tracking their money, and it puts soldiers who are in the field at danger. And
Representative Kingston, the Times is saying, look, this is like other disclosures we've made in the past. There was people were steamed up about it, but this is really no different than the Pentagon Papers or the NSA surveillance program. Do you see it? Is this different?
I think this is different. The Secretary of the Treasury, John Snow, had pleaded with them for 2 months not to disclose the story. The 9/11 commissioners, Lee Hamilton and Governor Keene, had asked them not to disclose it. Members of Congress had been briefed. There wasn't a situation here where there was a legality issue as in the wiretap.
Are you sure? They say that it might be illegal.
Well, I don't think that they're arguing that it was illegal. That it was legal. Now, but I just want to say that the Secretary of Treasury went to bat, and others did as well, asking the New York Times not to disclose this because of the danger it would put our soldiers in.
How come you are not demanding the Justice Department bring the Times reporters in and force them to reveal who leaked this information to them?
John, I think it will come to that. As a matter of fact, we have in possession a letter from a captain in Iraq who's demanding that, and he's actually a lawyer, a Harvard-trained lawyer. He's in the reserves, but he's asking the Justice Department to look into it and basically asking members of Congress to make sure that happens, and I think others will be doing that. Because somebody has clearly broken the law here. The New York Times may have just acted irresponsibly, but somebody along the line leaked classified information.
I know that, but Congressman, they didn't go after the leaker in the NSA case. New York Times published that. I don't see anybody dragging them in and saying, where's the leaker, who was it? So why would I think they're going to do it in this case?
Well, I think that maybe this is the time to start going after the leaker, and finding the leaker, as you know, is very, very difficult. But members of Congress are outraged. Folks back home are outraged by this because it's just over the line. Somebody is in danger now because of this story, and it's an American, and the terrorists are smarter because of this story. I've been briefed as a member of the Defense Subcommittee of Appropriations on this stuff, and a terrorist doesn't just get a bomb. They have to get the money for the financing. They have to get money for the wires, the conduits, the ammunition, all that goes into it. Tracking the money is the best way to catch the terrorists and prevent the explosion.
Congressman Jack Kingston of Georgia. Congressman, thanks very much.
Thank you.
And this is a Fox News alert. Osama bin Laden